Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back again to another episode of Ladies Talk. This is every time you see this kind of talk here, it's Ladies Talk. It's where we ladies sit down and talk and discuss. You know, I call you guys my queens because you're queens. When you're queens, you know how to carry yourself. You know how to portray yourself. You know what to do and what not to do as queens. You know, a queens, you don't do certain things. You wave like this. You know, from the thumbnails, you know that I'm going to be sharing about dating apps. I'm a single lady. You know what I'm a single lady? I'm a single lady. So get ready, get comfortable, keep watching. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. It's Queen Divina here. Welcome back if you're coming back, but if it's your first time in my channel, hey, I'm clapping for you. Welcome, my sister. So anyway, let's go dive into our topic of today. The topic of today is dating apps. So I'm going to be sharing this from my own experience. So I've used dating apps in the past. So I used it for like a year. And the reason why I went, because all my friends were like, oh, you need to go into the dating apps because it's good. You know, like some of my friends would shared her testimony. She's like, oh, I use dating apps and I met somebody and this dating apps, so I'm gonna get married soon and it's good because so you have to try it. You never know if you don't try. So I was like, oh, okay, why not? So I joined the dating apps. The one I joined, it was Tinder. So there's many out there. There's plenty. Like some people say, like there's like different one. So some people have good experience about dating apps. Some people have bad experience about dating app. But I'm gonna be sharing about my own experience, just in case you're thinking to do one. And you're thinking to go and apply, start going to the apps and using the apps, whatever apps you're going to be using that is going to work for you. But this is my personal experience. So let's start with the good side. Let's start with the good side of using date apps. I'm using my phone because I just want to look into it, so I won't be going off the topic. Why? When I was using the dating apps, it helps me in a way of making choices. So I had choice to make, and who I would like to date, who I would not like to date. So when I was using Tinder, so I would like swipe with those the people that I don't want to. Those the profile values does not go with me, because I had people that texted me from the app saying that this is what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a girl that we can go on a date and nothing much. People were like very straightforward. They were like, oh, I'm only looking for someone that I can only be friends with benefit. It's like they pop up being like very specific. I was like, what is these people like? They've been very specific. There's some people like, oh, I'm looking for a relationship, or some people like, oh, I would like to go on a date with you. So when you match, that person will come and talk to you, and then you take it from there. So my first date on the dating apps, it was good in a way, and I met the person. We spoke for the first time. Before we didn't exchange number, we said we will meet somewhere. So in a way, it helps me to make choices and also to find the personality of the person. So I kind of find personalities like, oh, this person is a Christian, not Christian. Because some people are like, oh, I'm not Christian, I'm not Christian, or I am Muslim, or I don't believe in anything. So everybody had I had different people coming to my profile and telling me who they are and everything. And so I had choices of who I want to see, who I want to go on a date, on a first date with. That one was one of the pros using the dating apps. This is something. And the other one was like, it helped me to differentiate the intentional and not intentional person. So the person who was like didn't have no intention good intention towards me. So I kind of knew that this person it didn't have no good intention towards me. So I knew that from day one. I'm like, if I'm going on a date with that person, because we did in the first one when I was using, I never exchanged my number on the first date. So I would just say, oh, we'll meet somewhere, and that's fine, and that's it. And after, if we like each other, I'm like, okay, that's our numbers, let's share. So it helped me to differentiate who was gonna be, who's gonna be good to me and who not. I wouldn't know from first date. Come on, girls, I wouldn't know. But I mean, like, I knew this person is serious in a way, or he's not serious, or he seems. I was like predicting that this guy seems really good. This one I don't know. So it helped me in a way. That one of the polls that I use a dating app. The second one was that, and it did help me to know the person, what they want. Like I said, intention. So that comes down on intention, what they want, and also what they were looking for in the app. So a lot of them, when I met, some of them were like, oh, they will say one thing and they will say, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a serious relationship, but then the conversation you're listening to when you're talking to them on a date, it just does not go with what they told you on based on the message that you guys exchanged on the first day. So it did help me in that way, intentionally. Like intentionally, I know this person it seems good, this person didn't seem good. One of the cons of using the apps, I was a bit scared because you don't know these people. You know who they don't even know that I say killer. You don't know who they are. That's one of the cons that I didn't really. I used it for a year, but with a lot of like taking a deep breath because you don't know who you are meeting, so you don't know who they are. You don't know the background. You don't know if they have like. You just don't know. It's just the same thing when you meet someone in the street. You still don't want to know anything about them. So the same thing, I was like, okay, I don't know who I'm meeting. So that was a bit of one thing I didn't really like about dating apps. So every single time I was going on the dates, I was always gonna call my friends and say, you know what, this is where I am, and this is who I'm with. So I always tell my friend who I was close with, and every single time when I'm going on a date, it's not like every single time I was going on a date, but when I happen to meet somebody I want to go on a date with, I will tell her like, this is where I am. If anything, please, you know where I am. So that's one of the things that I didn't really like, the danger of unknown. The danger of unknown. You don't know who you're meeting. That's one of the danger I just didn't like. It's also that you just like, okay, maybe, but me, I didn't like it though. You know, where I was like, oh, I'm so scared. I'm sorry. You know, the second cons that I found out is that time consuming. So it was time consuming. It's like you're just using your time all the time going. That's one thing, was just a bit tiring. You're like, oh gosh, you're doing a thing like the same thing over and over again, like saying like, oh, I'm this person, oh okay, let's go on a date again. So like it's just that time consumed. And even creating your profile. A lot of people are using several dating apps. I didn't only use, some of my friends were using like different, like more than one app, but I was only using one because it's not for me going different apps. So I only used Tinder, and but yeah, it was just time consuming. Then you have to go and swap everything, so you can literally match with somebody. Financially, you tend to spend more money on those apps because a lot of them, for you to meet a good person, those apps always telling you you have to pay extra charge. They have to charge you extra, or like pay like £15. So one day, yeah, I decided like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna use, because I used to pay like monthly fees on Tinder, so I can see like better options. Girls, by the end of the year, I spent so much money on Tinder because it was quite like, I mean, that money I could have used it for something else, and I spent it on Tinder all the time. That's one thing I didn't. After a year being there, I was like, no, this is not working for me. It did not work for me anymore. I decided to leave Tinder. And one thing here, guys, ladies, that you have to understand, that are you rushing to marriage, or why are you wanting to date what is that thing that is driving you into dates? One thing that you know you want to go that far to go on a date, to be using dating apps. So you have to think very carefully, very carefully before you go into those apps and start using them and just experiment. Like I said, I use them. You know, I was like, oh, let me just try, because I've never used them before. I tried it for a year and it did not work for me. I never found somebody that I said to them, today is the man and I didn't find that. So some of my friends did, and they're still together now, but I didn't find anybody on those apps. So I decided to leave because I was spending more money. But one thing that that helped me to, you know, through that journey, I'm just going to share this Bible verse that helped me. And it was saying that seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything be added unto you. So I decided, like, you know what, it's time to spend on myself. Before myself going to different dates and start dating people and meeting other people, I wanted to build my relationship with God. That's one thing I decided, like, you know what, instead of me wanting to build a relationship with somebody that I don't know, I decided, you know what, it's time for me to just spend time, you know, in the Word of God, and all things will work together for my good. And so in Proverbs 3:5 it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, do not lean on your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him and he will make straight your path. That's one thing I kind of like, it kept me going. So I should know, like, you know what, I should not be rushing again in those apps, because I spent so many in those apps, it didn't help me. Maybe your thing is different. That's my experience. Yours might be different. You might be like, oh, you know what, Queen Divina, mine is working fine. I'm using this fine. But do not be too distracted when you're using these apps. Do not be too, like, you, because when I was using it, I found myself like very focusing on that particular thing, because I'm kind of person when I focus this, it's just this one I'm focusing on. So I was like, you know, the time I was supposed to be spending time doing other things, I was like always on the app, like swapping. So I kind of had a good experience meeting new people, and to today we still kept as friends and talking, even though we didn't take the relationship to the next level, but we kept the friendship happening and talking to each other, helping each other, like when it comes to business and things like that. So I met good people out there, but not also, but the money I spent on that, I could have used it for something else. So think very wisely before you go into diving into apps. Think very bad. So one thing I want to say to you guys, like, being single is not bad. After using an app, being single is not bad. It's good. It's a time where you need to spend on yourself. It's a time where you need to be able to spend on listening to the Word of God. It's a time where you just need to enjoy those moments. It's not bad. Like I'm saying, dating apps so is not bad. Do you want to explore them? You know, I did explore them and it didn't bring me anything. Like I was saying, if you think it's gonna work for you, why not? But you're being single, you just have to cherish it. Don't make decisions so quickly. Even though I was on a dating app, I just didn't make the decision straight away. It's not everybody I wanted to meet, because I said I was like worried about people, my safety as well. So it's not everybody I wanted to meet on those apps. It's not everybody I wanted to see them. It's not everybody that I wanted to date them for in the long run. It's not everybody I wanted them to know my number. So like I was saying, I was taking my time, but like I said, it was time consuming and everything like that, meeting these new people and everything. So in a way, it didn't really work for me, but people are different. It might work for you using those date apps. So that was my pros and cons on using these apps. So please, my question of today, asking you girls, what was your pros and cons using dating apps? Did you like it? Was it good? If it was good, please comment below. If you had a bad experience with dating apps, please do comment below. Let's discuss it, ladies, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye.